Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will show you my 60-day SEO sprint to get your service business more phone calls and Google leads in under 2 months. And if you follow today's video, word for word, I promise you will see leads in under 2 months. So let's jump right into it. Real quick, high-level overview of what we'll be talking about today. We will go over the Google Business Profile or your Google Maps listing and show you how to rank it on Google Maps and top 3 map pack on search results. I will show you exactly how to do website SEO to get your website ranking in under 60 days. And finally, I will show you exactly how to convert all this traffic and leads that you're getting into paying customers, because ultimately traffic doesn't mean jack squat if you're not getting phone calls and closing deals. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Noah Igler, and I've helped over 20 plus home service businesses get more high-paying clients by appearing at the top of Google and other search engines like Bing and ChatGPT. Real quick, so you know that I know what I'm talking about, here's a landscaping company that I took from practically invisible on Google search to ranking top 3 overall. That added over 50K in monthly recurring revenue in jobs. We brought them 221 phone calls in the past 30 days, and we got them 51 contact forms from their website. I've also worked with a plumbing company, among other plumbing companies, and we took them from practically invisible on Google to ranking in the top 3 overall in a 10-mile radius. This might actually be 15 miles. And they're getting around 113 leads every single month. I've worked with a roofing company, and currently they're putting out around 20 quotes every month from 45 leads and closing around 5 to 6 roofs every single month. I've worked with a medical spa and took them from practically invisible to ranking number 1 overall, and they're getting around 54 leads a month, which is converting to around 15 to 20 new patients. I've also helped a house cleaning company clean 143 new houses in a single month, and last January they got almost 400 phone calls from their Google Business Profile alone. Finally, I helped a personal injury lawyer go from 0 website traffic all the way up to 4,000 a month within around 7 or 8 months of work, and they're doing around 10 to 15 new cases every single month. So let's talk about the first 30-day stretch of this 60-day period. Essentially, the point of this is to condense 6 months of SEO work all into around 2 months so that you can get rankings quicker. So let's start off with the website. Ultimately, you need to start off by making sure that your website is actually optimized for conversions. Pretty sites will not beat converting sites. So you want to make sure that you have a lead magnet in your hero. You want to make sure that you have multiple call to action buttons throughout the website. And you want to make sure that you have copy that converts. So not saying, sayings that don't matter, but putting in relevant information, putting in reassurances. Yeah, we have satisfaction guarantee. We guarantee your money back if you're not happy, all this stuff. We've helped over, 2,000 homes clean their home, embed Google reviews. So we really want to focus on converting sites. This is super, super crucial. We also want to optimize the website pages for keywords. So I hear this all the time. How do I keyword optimize my website? As silly as it sounds, it's a simple way to put it. You want to know what target keyword you're going after. So, let's say that you are a plumber in New York City. Your target keyword probably is plumber New York City or plumber NYC, plumber Manhattan. So you're going to take that keyword and instead of run to the hills with it, you're going to put it in your title, your SEO title. You're going to put it in your meta description, word for word. You're going to put it in your H1 header. And just to clarify, there should only be one H1 header, no more than that. And then you want to put it throughout your website content. So throughout the written content or the text on your page. Next step in the first 30-day stretch of your website is to index all pages manually on Google Search Console. So as an example, I will use a kind of test site that I use to actually, speak to New Orleans local businesses. And just to show you kind of how you do this, you're going to go to pages. You're going to essentially paste in the URL. You're going to pull this up and look, URL is live on Google. But if it is not live on Google, you're going to click request indexing. Cool. This will go through, might take a minute or two, and then it will tell you, either it is already indexed or it will start indexing, and that should take 1 to 2 days. Cool. So now that you've indexed all your pages manually through Search Console, super important, that means that all of them will actually show up on Google search results. The next step is to build local citations. You hear this all the time from people like myself and other SEOs. Build local citations. What it means is essentially building profiles in local business directories. So it can be as simple as just local business directory. And let's see what comes up. Cool. I'm in New Orleans, so we have the New Orleans Chamber. Let's do that. Stay local, of course. New Orleans, we already have that. 504, so your area code, and then area.com, business directory. And so what I'm going to do is go on these sites. Some of them charge, Chamber might charge money to post your business, but you can actually just scroll to the bottom typically. Okay, cool. So you're going to click join today, and then membership application. And yeah, it shows you your cost. Some of these are free. Most of them are free. You're going to make a profile, add in all your business information. And here's a step you cannot forget. Use the correct NAP information, name, address, and phone number. So whatever information you have currently on your Google business profile, on your Google Maps listing, you want to make sure to use the same exact, written form of your name, your address, and your phone number. Don't even change a single parentheses or a dash. Make sure it's all the same. This means this will allow Google to essentially see the consistency of your NAP across all the citations you build, across your website, across your Google business profile, and in turn kind of understand your business and, essentially trust you more. So now that we've built all these local citations, aim for, in that first month, if you want to go crazy, build 100 of these, set up 100 different profiles, and then try to build these consistently going forward. So let's talk about the Google business profile. So starting off, you want to optimize your profile. You're going to put that same target keyword you're trying to target in the title, and beware, I will say, disclaimer, don't just put the keyword word for word. So if your name is, Nathan's Plumbing, and that's your business name on your profile, but you want to rank for, Plumbing NYC or New York City, you can try to put it in there, but you might get suspended. So be careful of that. If you want to avoid this, you can actually get a doing business as or DBA and kind of register that. And then you should be good to go in terms of putting the keyword in title, but you still might get suspended. So be careful with the title. For services, you can actually edit your services on your Google business profile. Here's a profile that I manage. You're going to click on edit services. Boom, and then we have all these services that this client offers. But if you think you missed one, add another or add more services. Then just type it in. You can choose and then pretty much save it, and you're good to go. And then finally, geotagged photos is super important. So you're going to go to tool.geoimgr.com. Some people don't think that geotagging your images is important, but I think it's super helpful. And it is actually proven to help rankings for near me keywords. So it might not help for like city related keywords, but a lot of people search for your service and then near me. And so for that, you'll come up higher in search results. So what you'll do is you will have to sign in with Google. You're going to just drag and drop your images on here. You're going to go to Google Maps, and I can show you real quick. Let's say that I'm right here. I want to copy these coordinates, right click, and then copy the coordinates. Then you're going to go in here, paste those coordinates into the latitude and longitude, add in your keywords that you're trying to rank for, and then you're going to click, write EXIF tags, and then download the geotagged image, and then put it on your profile. And it's that simple. To put it on your profile, go to Photos, drag and drop it in here, and you are good to go. So that's that for the profile. Oh, also one more thing. Add Q&As. So add questions on your profile, FAQs that you get asked all the time. And then actually put answers to these questions on the profile. So you can kind of pre-qualify people, answer questions, and it helps you rank if you have keywords in there. Cool. Next step is to start posting updates 2 times a week with a call now button and a geotagged image. So you already know the geotagged image, just to show you kind of what that looks like. So if we take a look at how to do that, you're going to click add update in the business section, add update, or if it is an offer, you can add offer, or an event if you're hosting one. Under update, drag and drop that image in there, then put your text in here. I suggest using some sort of AI to write some really, kind of clickbaity and enticing but professional looking copy. And then also put in your target keywords in here, super, super important. And then use a call now button. Unless you are only doing online bookings, that's different, but put a call now button, that's typically the best for conversions. Cool. So do two of those every single week. And now let's talk about reviews. Reviews make up around 40% of rankings. So if you want to go to the top, you got to get reviews. So sorry about this. If it's a little messy, I'm kind of experimenting with that. So for reviews, first off, reach out to all previous customers. You should have some massive list somewhere, but reach out to all previous customers and offer a discount. Hey, 10% off your next plumbing job with us. If you leave us a nice review that mentions the service we previously did for you. This way, Google will see all these reviews coming in, which is great. And then they'll also have the service keywords in the reviews, which helps you rank for those services or for those keywords. And then also, on top of that, you're going to respond to every single review with a keyword, so service plus location typically, in there, so that it also just kind of doubles up that keyword density on your profile, and you can rank higher. All right, so among all this chaos, we are now moving to the month 2, days 30 through 60. So let's start off with the website. First of all, you're going to want to work on getting a faster page speed. So you can actually use pagespeed.web.dev. This is a Google tool. You're going to put in your website, analyze, and then it will show you your page speed on both mobile and desktop. For desktop, I would say nothing lower than 90, and for mobile, also shoot for 90, 90 plus out of 100. Obviously, 100 is perfect, but ultimately, you might have some trouble making it that quick. So the easiest one that you can do here is just compress images on your website. So use some sort of online image compressor. And this works, and you're going to drag and drop your images. You can choose how much you want to compress them, download the new images, and then re-upload those to your website in the same spot. If you want to improve this even more, just look up technical SEO for page speed on YouTube, and you should get a complete guide. Cool. Next, we need to boost trust. This is super, super important, because how is Google supposed to recommend you to their users if they don't even trust you? Like if their algorithm doesn't even trust you. So what we need to do for the website to boost trust is what are called backlinks. Backlinks are essentially links from other websites that point to your website. So if you have ever read an article online, some sort of blog, there's typically links from that blog to products they mention, to companies that are mentioned, and we're going to do that same thing here, but we're going to do it for free or for low cost. So what I recommend is write a banger guide to doing your services, but DIY for homeowners. So hey, complete guide to to doing your own plumbing in winter, or to fixing a leaky faucet in winter, or a clogged drain, or all that stuff. And then in that article, make it super good, and also include a link to your company site. So you can actually just sneak it in there. Look, sneak your link on their website. In that article, you can put like a little section that says, and hey, if you're in the New York City area and you want, you want expert plumbers to come out and fix it for you at a low cost, check us out here, or book a free consultation with us here. And then you'll have a link to your website on the text. Not just like a raw link, but you're going to put it over text. And then, you're going to reach out to local newspapers, magazines, or realtor blogs. A lot of realtors have blogs, and offer them to essentially publish the article for free. Just say, hey, I think this will be really helpful for your local area, for our local area. I'd appreciate if you publish this blog. I've noticed that there's not enough awareness on how to fix these things, and I think it'll look really good if you're the person who publishes it. And then if they agree to it, you're going to sneak a link on their website, and that's a backlink. So those citations that we were building beforehand on the local business directories, these are also considered backlinks, but ultimately they're called foundational links or foundation links, and they don't have as much juice as a link like this does, from a local business or a local website. Cool. Next step is add more written content to your homepage. So your homepage is kind of the money page. On that money page, most of your transactions will be done. Most of the conversions from traffic to actually paying customers will be done. So what you want to do is put more written content, because Google likes more written content if it is informational. You can add more FAQs at the bottom, have them, with the question and then, a little drop down so that all the text isn't just sitting there. Add like 10 or 20 of those if you want to. And then also you can add another informational section. So just update the content, make it even better. If you used AI content, maybe, write it yourself so it sounds even better. And then finally, continue building citations manually. So while you're building these types of backlinks, you can also build these types of backlinks. And these will both kind of, increase your trust signals with Google. Cool. Now the Google business profile. So before we helped you should have it set up correctly. Now what we're going to do is continue asking all customers for reviews, but train your team to. So instead of just asking in an email follow-up or an SMS, train your team to ask for reviews. So train all your team, all your staff, all your contractors to, at the end of the service, hey guys, if you enjoyed your service, would you mind just taking 2 minutes to leave us a quick review? We'll give you 10% off your next service. And then boom, you're going to start stacking reviews like crazy. Remember to continue responding to those reviews with our sneaky tricks here with the keywords. And then continue posting 2 times a week on that Google business profile. Don't forget that. Use your geotagged images. And then cool. Here's a little black hat SEO trick or gray hat SEO trick, whatever you want to call it. So whenever you or your team is coming to the office, to the physical location on the Google business profile, have them or you search for your target keyword on Google Maps. So don't even search for your business. Search for, let's say you're Nathan's Plumbing in New York City. Search for just plumbing near me or plumber near me or plumber New York City. And then have them scroll until they literally find your business. Then hit directions and go to it and like drive the entire way following the Google Maps directions. What this does is just show Google, okay, people are searching for your target keyword, and for some reason they're choosing your business instead of others. So it must mean your business is trustworthy, is really good, you do an awesome job. Let's rank you guys higher. Cool. And then the last section is post more geotag photos on the photo section to appear for near me searches. Near me searches account for like 30-40% of all searches in my experience. So these are super helpful, and it's super easy to just geotag your photos and put them on there. You don't have to do all your photos, but going forward, do like 50% of your photos geotagged and 50% ungeotagged, and that should be good to go. So guys, if you found this guide or this sprint helpful, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you do have any questions about this strategy or anything relating to SEO, drop them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you want my help getting your home service business more phone calls from Google, book a free consultation with me at the first link in the description.